Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Meredith Phillips. I'm a writer, reader, and bunny mama, and today I'm doing a writing tag. It is the work in progress tag. I was tagged by Joey Paul. I will link her video for this below. If you have not checked out her channel, please, you need to. She does so much work. She has a ton of books out there, and if you want to see an example of someone who is really going hard with the self-publishing route, like, she's the one to check out. She has really great information on her channel and is super consistent with posting videos, which I always appreciate. So again, a link to her channel and the video for this tag will be in the description below. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started answering the questions. The first question is, what is the working title of your work in progress? Up until this point, I've been calling it Project Model Rom-Com. That's what I had going while I was working on it during NaNoWriMo. However, a couple weeks back, I kind of forget when this happened. Maybe it was in December. I had an idea for an actual title, which is incredible because that's never happened to me before. So I will go ahead and share it with you. Is this going to be like the title? I don't know, but it's at least it's a title. You know what I mean? Like all my previous books, the title has been stuff like Yeehaw Western Romance Novel. Like, that's not a title. But this is like legit, it could be the title of a book, you know? Is it the best? No, but I'm super proud of it because I thought of it myself and I'm like, the title that I thought of is Model Behavior. And that plays into the fact that it is based on like the modeling industry and all that stuff, which we'll get into here in a second. So that's the working title that I have for myself. I like it. I'm just proud that I thought of a title. Is it the best one? No, but there it is. The second question is, where did your idea come from? So I really love knowing behind the scenes how things work kind of information. So especially with like movies, I love knowing about production design. I love knowing how they did the costumes. I like knowing how they did the special effects, how they got that cool shot. I love all that kind of stuff. With the publishing industry, I talked briefly about that in my last video. I like learning about how it all works. Who does what? I love all that kind of stuff. And there was one day, I guess back over the summer, I was looking at a book, a romance book, and it had one of the real typical romance novel covers that everyone immediately pictures in their head with like Fabio on the cover, you know? They're in some sort of fiery embrace and like, you know, that kind of thing. And I was looking at this cover and just thinking, as an introvert and as someone who I really don't like being touched in general, I gotta know you pretty well before I'll be okay with any amount of physical contact. To imagine that there are people whose job it is to pose in these very close contact kind of positions, I can't fathom doing that. Like, that is so beyond what I would ever consider doing for any reason. It's a lot. And so I just got curious about, who are these models? What do they do? What is a day on a photo set like? Who else is involved in the process? And I started Googling information just to kind of learn a little bit about what all goes into producing these book covers. And it's actually really interesting. I learned a lot of cool stuff as I was reading about that part of the book creation process and reading about different models who are in the industry and their experiences and all that kind of stuff. Like, I started thinking of this story, and that's where that came from. The next question is, what genre is your work in progress? Mine is a contemporary rom-com. The fourth question is, choose the actors for your novel's movie rendition. This is I don't know. This is always a weird question because I really almost never have a specific person in mind when I'm writing these characters. I don't know. In terms of looks, I really don't know. In terms of personality, I think if you took Benedict Cumberbatch in the Sherlock series, that personality, but like not quite as aloof and douchey, not quite that bad, that would be the main male character. And then if you took Jennifer Lawrence's actual real life personality and made it a little less obnoxious, then that would be the female protagonist. Sorry, Jennifer Lawrence. The next question is probably the question I spent the longest on trying to think through, and that is to share a one-sentence synopsis of your novel. This is the bane, I think, of any writer's existence, is writing these freaking one-sentence synopses. They're so hard. So I did do one. It is longer than I think they're really supposed to be, but this is what I came up with. A production assistant working in the art department for a publishing house agrees to act as a model for a cover shoot as a way to secure an upcoming promotion, but the male model she must work with has secret goals of his own that her involvement threatens to ruin. That's sort of the story. It's so hard to narrow it down, but that's what I came up with. Question number 6 is, will your book be self-published or traditionally published? At the moment, I'm aiming for traditional publication. We'll see how it goes. Question number 7 is, how long did it take you to write the first draft of your manuscript? I started this on November 1st for NaNoWriMo last year, and I finished it on December 23rd. I did take off like 2 weeks at the beginning of December and then finished it up in about a week and a half. The final manuscript had 61,000 words. Question number 8, what other books would you compare yours to? So this is basically asking for your comp titles, and in a dream scenario, what I'm aiming for is that the comp titles would be something like The Bromance Book Club by Lyssa Kay Adams. I know I've mentioned that book a bunch of times on this channel. Sorry, not sorry. I love that book. And probably Josh and Hazel's Guide to Dating by Christina Lauren. Number 9 is, who or what inspired you to write this book? And I guess it's just me. I'm so inspirational. I wanted to write it because of the research I did into this industry. And question 10 is, what else about your book might pique readers' interest? I think the other thing that I really am hoping to expand while I'm working on these revisions is the 2 sort of side characters I have. I love a book where there is a really great side character or 2, and I have 2 of them, and I already have storylines for them to have their own books. So I want to kind of build up their characters in this first book so that the spin-off books would make sense. But I really like them. I think they can be a fun addition to the story. So those are the questions. I know I'm supposed to like tag somebody at the end of the video, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want you to feel like, I have to do it. So if you want to do this tag, you're officially tagged. I'll leave the list of questions below in the description. If you do this as a video and you want to link it below in the comments, please feel free to do so. I'd love to check it out if you do one. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more content from me, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I post videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. You can also find me over on Instagram at Meredith Phillips Writes. You can also sign up for my newsletter at meredithphillips.com. The link for that is in the description, and the very first newsletter is going out this Friday, the 29th. So sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. You get a whole bunch of free goodies, exclusive videos, and hopefully some great writing resources for you. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Friday with another video. Bye. The link for that is in the link for that is in the description. My shirt matches my desktop. Anyone know why I have that as my desktop?